Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, hey guys, doing Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, legionnaires, and any new recruits. I hope everybody is having a great summer. Today I got a massive chopper survival knife. This is the GTKii GTK36 in DC53 tool steel. Very excited to test it out for you guys. Let's get to it. What's everybody carrying today? I need a companion knife with this big bruiser, so I've got my R-Black Tonto that I'm carrying. What is everybody else carrying today? Veterans, active military, I always just want to say thank you very much for your service. Enjoy the video. Let's go over quick specs. Once again, this is the GTKii GTK36 survival knife. Overall length, 14.9 inch blade, length 9.1 inch. Blade steel DC53, blade hardness 59 to 61 HRC, blade thickness 6 millimeters, blade width 2 inches, handle length 5.8 inch, handle thickness 0.79 inch. Handle material is nylon fiberglass, weight 19.9 ounce. With the sheath, it's 26.4 ounce. It does include full tang, lanyard hole, Kydex sheath, and a nylon belt loop. All right. Let's take a look at this nightmare right over here. Look at how big this chopper is. So it's a clip point blade. It's got a mid-saber grind. Let me get it closer so everybody can see. It's got a couple of designs here, but there is one main fuller. You can see the top over there of the designs, the way they cut out the steel. Good news is that that's pretty sharp. So we're going to test it out on a couple of limbs. But man, oh man, is this thing pretty massive. It has a generous sharpening choil that will act as a finger choil, and you don't have to worry about getting cut. The handle size is pretty decent. Now I do have a Legion Premier on this. Go check it out. It does fit really well in my hand. Hopefully, you know, people with bigger hands, this should be pretty decent. You can fit about 2 more fingers here. Maybe a little tight, but still a pretty big handle nonetheless. No matter how you hold it, it seems to feel okay. Now I do have gloves. We're going to test it out with some gloves. All right. Not only do I have some gloves for this for testing, but I got a nice piece of wood right over here. All right, that I forgot all about, that I found. It's got some knots, and we're going to start chopping right into this with this bad boy. So let's just take a look at the sheath, make sure that this is centered properly. It's a generic sheath. Anytime you buy one of these big choppers from GTKii, you're going to get one of these big generic sheaths. They fit a little loose. However, it is adequate. It is a Kydex sheath. The belt loop is not ambidextrous, unfortunately. But, you know, if you have some talent, you could remove these rivets and figure out different ways of mounting this, or remove this completely by third party. Let me just pop the knife in. You're going to have to use the snaps no matter what, because this knife will slide out. Let me show you. Okay, so you have to use these snaps. But once you get this snap on, all right, you're good to go. It's a pretty big presence right there. All right, so now, if you need to take a look at some more detail, go check out my Legion Premier. I'm ready to start chopping this thing, man. Let's do it. Okay, I'm nervous, man. So let's give it a go. I haven't used a big knife in a while, so pretty excited to see how this is going to work out. Whoa. All right, so that bounced right off that knot, and so far so good, man. Okay, good. You know what? I did add this leather lanyard, so let me put this on. But very comfortable so far without that lanyard. Now I decided to pick this large log because it's a big blade, and I want to be able to test out the whole blade for everybody. Whoops. Plus, it was here. Might as well use it. I could feel, you could see the hardened area over here. I could feel the blade bouncing back at me, but so far so good. That's good news, man. That is good news. Now, some other good news is I got other species of wood we're going to test out. Okay, because I want to make sure that this knife does justice for everybody, because there have been some people who've been getting batches of knives that the blade has been warping, and it's just boggles my mind, you know. So for that person, I just want to make sure that, you know, I didn't get a bum blade. So this should be a really good test. Now this is probably going to take a little while. I purposely picked this to test out this knife. That's what we're going to do. Solid lands, you know, hitting this solid. Here's another knot. All right. Okay, so once again, this type of bird's beak-ish area is, you know, a hot spot. Okay, I can already see it's getting red. You know, when I hit, sometimes the momentum of the knife makes my fingers go back. So gloves, it's going to be real soon. There's some more of that knot. I just destroyed it. Oh yeah, this is a hard piece of wood, man. Just letting the blade do the work, you know. Come on now. Ooh, that is stuck in there. Just got to make sure that my platform is stable here, okay? Now you're going to hear some noise in the background. There's people working here, so I apologize for that. Nothing I can do. Ooh, another good knot area. Good. Okay, let's see real quick. It looks pretty good to me, man. So let's just keep on going. Trying to keep this centered as much as possible while giving you guys a good close-up view as much as I can. Nice. All right, let's see. That's looking good. The sweet spot is like right around here, but I am trying to use the whole blade. So let's use the front part real quick. Oh, okay, good. Nice, very nice. Let's see now. Whoops, I want this rolling off, but let me. Okay, good. Where I was chopping, mainly the sweet spot area, it did very well. Fantastic. Okay, I've got other species of wood we're going to be testing out also. Let's check it out. Okay, different species of wood right here, all right? I had this left over, saved it for one of the big boys, which this is. Let's give it a go. I'm so close to the camera. Just gotta make sure I don't hit you guys or hit the camera. All right, nice. You can see it's starting to split, but it's not going all the way I want it to, but let's make it work. All right. Nice, that big blade is, all right, did justice. Hit the camera, sorry about that. Was hoping to avoid that, but definitely did justice. Let's just keep on going here. All right. Okay, that's awesome. Let me, hold on a second, pick up that other piece. I want to quarter that other piece. Okay, I'm just gonna put these down on the ground. You can hear them hitting the concrete over there. And let me continue. Quartering. All right, good. In fact, we went through another knot right over here. That looks okay. All right, good. Let's see now. My handle, I feel, is a little loose. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay, good. All right, so I have another, let me make sure I'm in the camera. Oh, here we go. I have another piece of wood that I used before. We're going to do some horizontal batoning. Let's check it out. Okay, since I'm running out of wood, once again, I'm utilizing a piece from a past knife review. However, this is going to do the test just fine, okay? Let's see, I'm going to use the whole blade. You know what, let me just turn this so I don't hit the camera. All right. All right. Okay. That went all the way through. Just about. Whew. Oh, nice. Bark came off of that piece. Let me finish it off on this side. Good. That's good. Okay, fantastic. Let me see if I could do a couple more times for everybody. Let me put this down a second. Nice. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, this would be my feather stick. See if I can make one more piece here. Ooh. Awesome. All right, so let me just clean this up. We're going to use these two pieces to make individual curls and feather stick. These pieces is what I just processed, and you saw me do the vertical and horizontal batoning with these pieces. Well, this is from the horizontal batoning, and this is just some other species of wood that I had lying around. So I just want to, test out a couple things. So I have this. Let's make the individual curls first. It's a big blade, so my suggestion is definitely, if you can, take a companion with you, because this is a big blade. And I'm even using the finger choil over here to choke up a bit, but it is big and kind of unwieldy when you're doing the finer stuff. And you can see it's making the nice curls here after that abuse. By the way, this front screw did come loose. I had to tighten it back on, but let me try. You can see the discoloration of the blades. I'm going to try a little bit different areas of the blade over here for everybody. I think I used all the blade. I mean, from here to here, it's pretty scuffed up. So just trying to show everybody that it is still sharp, which is good news. Okay, so that's good. All right, so, and let me get this little thin piece over here. And let's see if I can make this feather stick for everybody. This is in the damn way. All right, good. Now, being that it is so unwieldy, because it's more of a chopper than doing the finer work, but again, if I'm, this is going to be called a survival knife, you're going to want to know if you could do what it is that you need to do. All right, not the prettiest, but it did it. Let me just try this other species over here. I think this is the other one. Definitely this is, yeah, okay, hold on a second. A little bit more different. You can see that the sharpness is there still. That's good news. See the cant materials, but it is so big, this blade, I don't remember using such a big blade for a while. I've been showing everybody the smaller blades lately. I gotta say, man, I do like the small blades. Combine that with an axe and a saw, man. But here's the other species over here. Okay, so you get the idea. Now I do have another piece over here that I want to show everybody. So let me just clean this up real quick. Get this out of the way. Okay, I have this piece. I took off the bark. All right, let's do a little cross batoning here. All right, might have to go all the way through. I don't know yet, so let's see. Well, at least I got all the bark off. That's good news. Okay, we got it loose. Let me put this down. And this is what I wanted to do for everybody with this other species of wood over here. That's the area that I batoned. And we're looking good. Nice. And one other thing I want to show everybody with something this big, because in my opinion, it really is awkward to make, nice feather sticks with something so large. That my suggestion is you just plant this into the stump, and then you could make, whatever you want, individual curls, which is flying off the stump. Okay, you can see that. Just do a little bit different areas of the blade, right? Or can make feather sticks this way. This is probably a better way of doing it because it's so big. You have more control. But you do it however you want to do it, the way you feel comfortable. This is just a suggestion and demonstration of how I would use this blade and still being pretty sharp, as big as it is, and the abuse that I gave it, which is good. All right, so not the greatest feather stick, but you get the idea. And I have no illusions, as always. You could pick up sticks on the floor, little twigs. I understand. You could just, you don't have to even do, you don't have to do feather sticks anymore. I think making feather sticks is bullshit. I mean, you could really just do this, but the whole point is to show you how sharp this knife still is after that bit of abuse. And you can see how nice and tight the curls are. Go to that area where I cross batoned. All right, and just so you see how nice and tight those curls are. All right, I'm satisfied with that. Let's do cam tasks. All right, everyone, I'm not going to do a lot today because I know I've got a long video. So I have some couple of different sizes of paracord. I have a couple of different sizes of twist ties and some ties. Then I want to test out the spine. Okay, I've got some fat wood. I got some wood. And I have the ferro rod over here to test out. So just move this over so it doesn't fall. But let's face it, this is a knife that chops. Oh, nice. I got a piece loose already. Fine. Okay. Here we go. So if you want to, cut something, there you go. And all right, once again, nice and easy. and then a push cut, a quick push cut with this. Good enough for me. Okay, so that's done. And let's take a nice little piece out here. Do a chop. A little chop here, a little chop there. And let's just fold this. Okay, and a quick push cut. Now I wonder if I stick my arm through here, right? Now I'm holding the blade like this. I have a little bit more control. Yes, I do. Okay, very good. Okay, now take this off. I have this stuff pretty large. Okay, let me do a couple chops here and there. And this is always a good challenge to see if this will cut. Oh yeah, that went right through. Perfect. And then once again, let's say you have something this large, you want it a little bit smaller. All right. Curious, let me see if I do double. Yep, right through. Okay, fantastic. Good enough. Now I have this other stuff. This is also very, very sturdy, tough stuff. Maybe if you're a rancher, whatever. Good, comes right off, man. I mean, it cuts right through. Actually, I have this one to do the little chopping. The only thing I noticed again is that my screws are a little loose. Well, the front one is definitely a little loose. So just be aware that you may want to Loctite it. Now, let's test the spine because it feels pretty sharp. It, when I did my Legion Premiere, it took off. Nail material for sure. I mean, there's plenty of area over here that you could pick, but it's doing it for sure. As much as I really want it, like I really want this to fluff things up. Yeah, it's doing it. At least for this species of wood it is, At least for this species of wood, you're going to get some fluff. You might have to spend a minute or two to get what you need. Okay, but there it is. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let me try another area. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see what it does with the fat wood. Okay, I'm just gonna put that down. Way more efficient with the fat wood. Okay, not bad. And again, it's a big blade, man. Being that it's so big, you're gonna have to. It'll be awkward to do it all the way here. Can it be done? Yeah. I mean, you could tap this in and then just scrape, etc. But you could see that it did it. So now, last but not least, let me just move this out of the way because I am in my garage. I'm not going to start a fire here. So let's see now. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Look at that. Without any kind of effort, man. It's definitely going to do you justice. I mean, it's right over here. This part right over here. Can I do the choil? Yeah. Okay. Good. Could do the choil. You got to get to know your knife, but all right, man, we're good to go here. We are good to go. All right, troops, there you have it. I'm trying to fit everything in this camera, show you all the work that this knife did. It did chop through some gnarly knots over there. The edge came through, and I really do appreciate this blade. You know, you can take this with a saw, a little companion knife, and you don't need to bring an axe. You know, try and minimize your load when you're going camping, hiking, etc. But not bad at all. And you know, for the price, it's affordable. All right, troops, legionnaires, new recruits, as always, thanks for taking the time to check out my video and my channel. Let me bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22-a-day, hashtag 22-a-day no more. There are veterans and active military wants to get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges, unfortunately. One of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, pause on the slides, call those phone numbers, surf those websites, read that message from one of your own, Martin Miller, and seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, legionnaires, new recruits, let me know what you think about this badass blade. At the ready, hold the line. Take care.
Legionnaires!